What's up, guys? This is the Gospel according to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Check it out. Before I get into the other thing that I want to talk about, I want to talk about this thing over here, which is that I just got finished watching Bumblebee movie. I saw the Bumblebee movie. And let me give you a couple of thoughts on that I have. Overall, it was an enjoyable romp. It was pretty good. I did enjoy it. Yeah, you know, there were some areas of criticism that I have here. All right, number one, the opening sequence was masterful. Loved it. Like, for everyone who's into the G1 Transformers and everything, mwah, that was for you. Gift wrapped with a nice little bow on top. All the Transformers in there, Shockwave, Soundwave, you know, all of them. You know, Optimus being as badass as he ever was. And, you know, that whole opening sequence was excellent. You know, it was great. I wonder if one day they could imagine or reimagine the old Transformers movie with today's technology, you know, or something to that effect. Maybe they can do that and beyond. I don't know, but that was great. It just showed that they can do it. You know, I would love to see them do like the later ones of the, you know, the older episodes, you know, the ones with Unicron and, you know, Cyclonus and, you know, Ultra Magnus and all that stuff. You know, I'd love to see all of them, you know, come to the big screen. That would be great. Story-wise, it was cool. It's like I heard some people do a couple of comparisons to like movies like E.T. and, you know, and I think deliberately it was that, you know, especially in the beginning middle section. You know, it was very cool. I mean, when you first meet Bumblebee, he's clearly a badass. I love Bumblebee talking, man. I've always had an issue with them not having Bumblebee talk in the movies. So when he first starts off talking, I'm like, yes, that's what I like. That's what I want to see. You know, and it was great. And he was a badass, you know. And he was a badass again in the movie. But there was this middle part where he kind of like morphed into some type of puppy dog. You know what I mean? It was almost like when he came to Earth, he zeroed in on a puppy and he started acting like a puppy for some reason. I couldn't understand the change in personality when he met the girl, you know, Haley Steinfeld. It's like all of a sudden he's all like, he's all timid. Like, why? Why? Even if he's hurt, it's like if you hurt a warrior, the warrior is going to be like, oh, shit, I'm okay. Who are you? I've come to your planet, or something. You know, he can't talk, but he's going to have to find some way to communicate, you know, like, you know, something like that. But dude was just like, they might as well have had him be like, you know what I mean? It's like he was just a little bit too cuddly. And this is something that I had mentioned during the, when I was watching the previews. I also said the same thing. He just seemed just a little bit too timid. But, you know, for sake of being, you know, like warm and fuzzy in the movie, I guess, you know, and having them bond, I guess they had to do it that way. You know, but, you know, other than that, I mean, it was okay. Haley Steinfeld, let me tell you something. That girl's got a future. It's like watching her was probably just as, almost as interesting as watching the Transformers in this movie. It's like because you can see her acting range is there. And it's funny because she's in a Transformers movie. So you think that, you know, to some degree you kind of phone it in. You know what I mean? Like, what's his name? Shia LaBeouf or whatever. It's like all he got to do was run around and look like he was overwhelmed, you know what I mean? But Haley Steinfeld, brought the emotion, man. There was this one scene at the end where I was kind of choking up with her, you know, when she was talking about how much she missed her father and everything. So she definitely, she brought the heat, man. She's one to watch. And you know what I also didn't realize is that she is the voice also of Spider-Gwen, you know, in Spider-Man Enter the Spider-Verse. So, and actually, I feel like she could play Spider-Gwen, you know, if they ever did a live action of that, you know. So, you know, I was impressed with her. Let me see what else. John Cena, you know, he was in there, you know, he was kind of comedic, kind of over the top. I mean, the fact that the movie is set in the 80s kind of lent way to the kind of feel that it was going to end up having. Like, there was only so much that I could critique it on because it was set in the 80s, so he didn't have to go, like, full bad guy, or he didn't have to go full asshole, you know what I mean? It's like he was just the kind of guy who you start off not liking and then you end up rooting for, or you know, he's a good guy, you know, in the end, you know what I mean? So there was that. Let me see, she was running around with Afro Boy. Afro Boy has got to be the biggest, channeling Jesse Lee Peterson here. Afro Boy was the biggest beta I've seen on screen in a long time. And I kind of suspected that when I watched the previews, but Lord have mercy, that kid was beta. And in the end, after all he did, after all the running around and trying to protect this girl and block this girl, he was so ineffective. Everything he did was ineffective. Why was he there? The afro was there. You couldn't ignore the afro, but it was like there was nothing underneath the afro. You know what I mean? It was just some afro walking around, as far as I could tell, because I was almost expecting in the last scene someone to say he was dead all along and only Haley Steinfeld could see him, because there was nobody else interacting with him. There was nothing there that validated his very existence. And then in the end, he got friend zoned. You know what I mean? Beta! So, and she's like, he goes to hold her hand. You know what I mean? And she's like, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. Trick, I just about got killed several times running around with you. And you're telling me that I can't even hold your hand? Damn, you know what I mean? So there was that. You know, the two Decepticons. You know, I'm sorry, I didn't commit anything to memory as far as names are concerned. The two Decepticons that chased down Bumblebee, they were quite effective. You know, they were scary, they were tough, and they were merciless. Man, it's like they were killing people. I didn't expect that. People were getting killed in this movie. They weren't getting vaporized. They were getting hydrated. I don't know. They would shoot people and they would turn into like a puddle of piss or some shit. You know what I mean? So that was crazy, you know, but the movie kind of kept me, it kept me interested. It did, you know, and then like halfway through the movie, I'm thinking to myself, I'm old enough to remember Disney used to have a movie a movie series called Herbie the Love Bug. And I'm thinking to myself, well, damn, Bumblebee is kind of starting to remind me of Herbie the Love Bug in the middle, you know, when everything was all cutesy and everything like that, except he was transforming. If Herb the Love Bug had been a transformer, it might have looked like this movie, you know. So it's safe to take your kids to, you know, it's pretty cool. There was no, you know, overt type of SJW gymnastics here, although the kid, the man, the Afro Boy, yeah, he was pretty what do you call it? De-emasculated. He was pretty, he had his nuts cut off for the whole movie. So that was kind of peculiar to me, that, you know, he would be kind of her kind of wannabe love interest. Shit, man, there was no reason to be attracted to him. If you know, and this is going to sound crazy, big old dude like me, but it's like if you're a young teenage girl, yo, dude, he ain't getting shit, man. He might as well stay home. It's like nothing's gonna happen for him. But yeah, so anyway, in short, I will say that I will give Bumblebee movie, on my scale, I will give it 2 flushes. I'm giving it 2 flushes because there was some shit in there that I did not need. I didn't need to see him acting like a puppy dog, you know, for like the middle part of the movie. I didn't need to see that. Now, some people didn't mind that, but for what I saw in the beginning, and Bumblebee is a badass. In the beginning he was, and in the end, damn, he was kicking ass. You know what I mean? So in that middle, I just didn't understand why he was so timid. Yeah, he was hurt, but he didn't have to revert to a childlike state. I didn't understand it, okay? That's just me. It wasn't a deal breaker. It didn't make or break the movie. Don't go hitting the thumbs down just because I said that, even though you're welcome to. But yeah, so that's how I felt about it, guys. I will give it 2 flushes out of 4. Remember, 0 flushes means that it is rated constipated, baby. And 4 flushes means that that joint is just, it's overflowing with shit. Just get it out, called Roto-Rooter. So it's right in the middle. You know, I would recommend this for your kids. I think that it was good. I think it was a good movie for kids. And yeah, that's how I felt about it, guys. So, and I can see this in the collection. I would put this in my collection for sure. And I am hoping that as they do more sequels, they're going to bring more of that heat like what we saw in that opening scene. Or maybe if they do another one-shot, you know, let's say that they focus on another Transformer or something like that. And of course, we didn't see any hint of Megatron or even Starscream in this. So I'm hoping that they build upon this. You know, it's like there was no wiki, there was no Michael Bay-isms. So I was cool with that. All right, somebody slamming doors over there. But anyway, so what did you guys think of it? Now I know I do these, you know, these ratings, these movie reviews and stuff like that. I do them late. I know I do. But you know, I don't kiss ass. I don't have any pre-screenings. Nobody is paying me to go see their movie early. I'm just some dude sitting in a movie theater who works hard for his money. So I'm just giving it to you as I see it, and I see it when I can. So what did you guys think? Get it in the comment section. Let me know. And if you like what I'm doing, give me a like. Give me a subscription. Subscribe. And of course, hit the notification bell so you can keep getting notifications of when I'm popping off shit. All right, guys, that's it for now. I will catch you on the next one. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.